Yo, YouTube, welcome back. I wanted to take a quick minute here to capture my new player experience, my excitement that I've had in the past 2 weeks. Real quick. For one, I've invested all of my initial budget. I've moved money around so that I have it more ready when I'm ready to make more, but I am completely and utterly hooked. If you have an addictive personality and don't have money to lose, I'd recommend you avoid this game. That said, who knows? Hey, it's on you. This is not financial advice. Anyway, I love it. I love the opportunity to find a race and have a reasonable chance of winning. I like the idea of racing horses that have been unproven just to see where they stack up. I've now found two horses that will definitely be able to return their initial investment. I have two that will be very unlikely. I just purchased two more, which previous owners raced poorly, in my opinion, and I think that I can turn them around and be profitable. So far, really fun. Things that I'm not enjoying so much, it's really tough to find races that you want. The time investment in just staring at the screen, waiting for expensive races in your class that you have absolutely no shot at winning just to go by so they can repop the queue. That's kind of annoying. There's times that if you want to be running either the free, the 250 races, either the free races or the least expensive races, you have to be able to speed click. There's no thinking. If you have horses in your stable, you have to be able to get them real quick. That's not skillful, in my opinion. That's not a skill of horse racing. It's a skill of clicking and motor skills that don't involve. So I believe that's going to change in the long run. They have to make it easier. Watching the prices drop, it really brings emphasis on the long-term nature of the game. Like every time I've talked to somebody about this, they said, "Do the horses die?" And I'm like, "No, but let's face it, there will have to be some sort of retirement system or way to keep new horses relevant in their own classes and their own ways. That will happen eventually somehow." And yes, I know a lot of the community wants donkeys to be burned, but I don't think they understand what that's going to mean in the long term. Okay, because what's a donkey now versus what's a donkey then is not going to be the same. Horses that are class 3 winners right now, if they all stay the same, will be donkeys eventually. Okay, because of the breeding, things will keep getting stronger and stronger. These strong horses need to be able to move to um, different upper echelons and not be able to stagnate the lower echelons for the up and coming. And that's going to be needed so that the floor keeps moving and bringing in new players. Because I tell you what, if if people spend $150, if first of all, if people go through the hoops, learn about what MetaMask is, to get over their fear of crypto in the first place, and decide to go as far as to buy an NFT racing horse, and then they get in and they have this donkey who can't finish anything but seventh or eighth, they're not going to buy another horse. They're going to have a bad experience. And I tell you what, the devs know this. They're going to have to figure out ways to assure that people have at least a reasonable experience. And long term, yes, I understand there's a little bit of a risk involved here. But again, if you're going to market it as a game, it has to be fun. And have a fun game, we have to assure we have a great first player experience. I got lucky. The only type of luck I believe in is beginner's luck. First two horses I bought are going to make their money back. I got lucky. The next two, not so much. If I had those two in my first experience, probably wouldn't have bought the next four. Thankfully, I got two reasonable horses. They're class 5s. I'm fine with that, right? So, again, I'm ecstatic. I wanted two horses and I was looking forward to breeding. At this point, I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do about breeding. it's hard to justify the expense of it right now and the randomness of it, versus looking at the floor and just stealing horses that can win. Um, yeah, so that's that. Love y'all. Be good. I'll see you out there on the racetrack. Peace.